Again, guys, with the Fold 8 coming out and whatnot. And so here we go. We have it here. But before it comes out tomorrow, which is less than 12 hours from now, I probably won't be able to catch him or be on his live, which is just based off the time difference. But I want to bring back the same things. And I'm not just talking about Shane Craig. I'm not talking about Tech Odyssey. I'm not talking about all of them. We're going to go through them real quick. Remember exactly a year ago when, or not even a year, less than a year, everybody was talking about this one phone called the Samsung trifold? Yes, this phone right here. The one that opened up, you have to open up, literally unfold it twice to get to the full screen, because the front screen is where you start, and then to get, you can't open it just two screens. You have to open it, unfold it twice to get to the, I guess, the full display, right? Because the second screen, the way it's set up, you can't use the second screen. So you have to open it completely. So now you might wonder, whatever happened to the trifold, right? So I'll go ahead and go over the situation real quick. What happened, which people, it's already been over a year. Guess what happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened, since nobody wants to talk about it. And we'll talk about it, because everyone was glazing about how crazy it was, right? Oh, it's the trifold, right? Well, it suffered major, and we'll go zoom in here. It suffered major product failure and financial failure due to the extreme structural fragility and unprofitability at some locations, costing $4,000 to produce. And a few months later, which no one knows about, but in February and March, they start not talking about it too much anymore. And here we are, and they're still not talking about it. But they're all talking about the Fold 8 and how this new version's going to come around and this and that. We'll look at it. And let's talk about it, right? The key points of failure, right? Structural weakness, soft inner display, high component cost, and unprofitability, right? And we'll read this real quick. The cost to build this devices exceeded what the market was willing to pay, leading Samsung to quickly discontinue the line shortly after its late 2025 launch. And yes, we have other people here with the trifold, but look what they have. Yes, they have the 17 Pro Max filming it while showing the Samsung device. And yes, we're going to talk about everyone. It wasn't just Marquez or Marquise, however you want to say it, but it was Shane itself. It was Jerry. It was Ella, it was Mr. Whatever, it was Sam Time, it was Mr. Mobile, it was Short Circuit, it was Flossie, it was Unbox Therapy, it was Mark, it was Tech, it was Tech Odyssey, it was Ella, and we can go on and on the list, right? It was Super like all these people that we're talking about, it was Tech this and that, and the reason why this happened. And the real reason why is because nobody wants to tell the truth, right? They don't want to talk about it. When a product failed, and they tell you this, go get it. You should go get it. And they call themselves, I mean, it's even worse than TMZ, calling themselves journalists and reporters and this and that. But yet, I saw on live TV a journalist from TMZ Google and come up, like literally Google on their phone, go to Google search, type in whatever the situation was. At that time, I think it was I don't know if it was a location or a certain story. I forgot exactly what it was. I would have to look it up. But yeah, and they look up and they just read what the Google situation said. And then they make that as facts. And and the best way to do this is celebrity net worth. Go and Google that. And as soon as somebody corrects it, a celebrity says, I have more of this, I have less than that, and they secretly change it. And the same thing with NBA players and their height. They'll say, oh, I'm this and this. And then you'll look back All of a sudden you went from 6'6" to 6'4" to 6'2", and all of a sudden it's like these people are taking facts that are not even in the, even worse is the Bible. They change and manipulate what it actually says on the verse. That's why you have your King James Version and New King from all the Gospels and books, because they'll change them and they'll say, oh, they'll take it from a different book. And all of a sudden they'll alter it in their own Google way, or whoever puts that information out there. And it's not just that, it's any search engine, because it's just people's ideas and they want you to tell you. And it's even, for me, it's not the little things. Even if you think, oh, it's just the date. Oh, it's just, but it's not just about the date or just the time. It's about the true authenticity. Just like if it was a product that you were going to buy, and it could be any product that you want to buy. It can be skin, hair, makeup, shampoo. It could be any product, deodorant. And if they lied to you and they told you this and that, and sure, because it cost whatever it cost, but if it was $3,000 and all the information was literally wrong, or it didn't act or do what it said, there'd be huge complaints about that. But all of a sudden now they just ignore it. Oh, if it's a phone, we'll say all this stuff. People get paid. They're sponsored. They get this sent for free. They get to try it out, be the first ones, get a discount, a lot of whatever it is. But then they're lying to you. Social media is lying to you. And that's where I think that's where everyone should stop that. Because no, this little mistakes that, and they're not mistakes. They do this on purpose. The little date this, the little time that, the little facts here and there just switched up. And the facts are not the facts. They could talk to anybody on the street and they don't even know. No one's actually verified, honestly. Like there's no verification of being an expert or being in a field that you actually needed to get some kind of relevancy, right? By either through education, stories you worked on, being an understudy from some, even doesn't have to be an institute, but it has to be a person, someone with actual knowledge that you learned and study from, put the hours in. Because at this point, everybody's just calling themselves a creator. Everyone's calling themselves a viral moment, right? And I'm not just talking about, oh, being an influencer, being a this and that, whatever you want to call yourself, social media, this and that. It's about the truth, right? Shouldn't there be something against that when you make stuff up and lie, and even if it's little things, and you say, but the selling a product isn't misleading and scamming people though, right? Is it?